Hey y'all. So in terms of core engagement, this is definitely the place where everyone starts to get a little bit scared about their bodies and their abilities. And I think that it's because we all have an association with having a strong core and having a visible six-pack or having visible abs. But having a strong core really doesn't have anything to do with how your stomach physically looks. It's about how you are able to engage yourself to be able to stand strong all the time. It's not just about standing strong on your feet. It's about standing strong on your forearms. It's about being able to bend back. Using deeper back bends in your practice really requires having a stronger core, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll have ripped abs by the end of this. So if you do this sequence pretty frequently, add it into your practice, you'll definitely start to see a change in the way that you engage your core, not just here on your mat, not just when you're standing up, not even just when you're in balance poses, but in every single part of your life. All right, guys, so today we're going to start out in child's pose. I like to do child's pose with my knees separated apart, though you can definitely keep them together. I like to have my knees separated so that I can drape my belly down in between them and then extend the arms out straight. Let the head come down to the ground, relaxing the shoulders. You can also bring your hands by your hips, relax the shoulders down, draw the hips back by your heels as far as they want to go, and just relax for a moment. We spend most of class in constant motion. This is your opportunity to relax. Find your base neutral. Listen to your breath. This is the most important relationship you'll build in our practice. It's listening to this breath, feeling how it ebbs and flows, feeling the changes in duration, releasing yourself into its power, allowing yourself to understand that your breath determines all of your actions. And allow this smooth inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose, to come more as an opportunity for relief than anything else. Let it melt your shoulders, draw your hips back, and just relax. Accept not knowing what's coming. Accept where you are today and be grateful. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it out of your mouth to release. Take another deep inhale through your nose. Exhale out of the mouth to release. Again, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out of your mouth. One last time, inhale, fill all the way up. When you get to the top of your breath, hold. Then exhale out of your mouth to release and clear. Come back to the breath in and out of your nose. That smooth and steady ujjayi. Then when you're ready, if you have your hands by your hips, extend the arms out straight. Flex through the fingers. Take a breath here. And then roll yourself up onto hands and knees. Plant your hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to start out with our thread the needle for your shoulders. You always want to get yourself nice and engaged before we go into some of these exercises. So bring the right arm out to the side, weave it underneath the left, come down onto your right shoulder, right ear. Use the left hand like a kickstand, regardless of where you are. Even if you're up here on your right forearm, just use the left hand like a kickstand to roll the shoulder open, rolling it open, and then if it feels good, left arm comes up. Rotate it, bend the elbow, seek out your hip or your thigh, or like some fabric, and just roll the shoulder open. Relax the gaze down by your fingers. You're just flossing out your shoulder blades, catching the gunk that gets stuck as we walk around, hitching up our shoulders out of anxiety or fear or whatever comes into our lives. Take another breath like this. Then extend that top arm up, rotate it again, come on back to hands and knees, find your way back. Let's take that on the other side. So it's left arm out to the side, weaves underneath the right, and you come to the place where you can. You may be down on your left forearm, that's fine. But if you can, weave the left arm underneath the right and use the right hand like a kickstand. It rolls your shoulder open. It rolls you open. And then when you're ready, bring the right arm up, rotate it, bend the elbows. See, you got your hip or your thigh. Just find some fabric to roll the shoulder open. And just breathe here. Each breath, direct it into that space between your shoulder blades. Catching all that gunk, cleaning it out. Just breathing here, nice and easy. Gaze is down by the fingers. And then when you're ready, extend that top arm up, rotate it. Let's come back, hands and knees. Find your way back. Now, we're going to start with a couple rounds of what I like to call tiger tucks. So you're going to extend the right leg out behind you, extend the left arm forward. And just breathe here, find some equanimity, find your balance in the right hand, left knee. And then on the inhale, draw the limbs into your body. Draw your knee and your arm into the body. And then on the exhale, extend. Let's do that again. So pull the limbs into your body, exhale, extend. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, extend. Let's do that one last time. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, extend. Come on back, hands and knees. Shake out your hips. Let's do that again, other side. So you're going to go ahead, kick the left leg out. Right arm comes out. And here, go ahead and find your balance in the left hand and in the right knee. And flex through the toes of your left foot, just like in every kind of balance posture. And then inhale, draw the limbs into your body. Exhale, extend. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, extend. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, extend. One last time. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, extend. Come on back. Hands and knees. Shake out your hips. And then from here, go ahead. Let's find tiger tucks, other side. So you bring the right leg out. Left arm comes out in front of you. And then switch it out. Kick the left arm to the side, kick your right leg out to the side like you're a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. Breathe here just for a moment, then exhale, come on back to center, and then draw everything back to hands and knees. Shake out your hips, shake them out, starting to engage your core here. So you're extending the left leg out, extending the right arm forward, and then don't think about it. Kick your arm out to the side, kick your left leg out to the side. Breathe here, engage yourself, bring it back into your regular tiger position, and then come on down. Hands and knees, shake out your hips, breathe it out. Now go ahead, let's find downward facing dog. Walk your hands just a little bit ahead of your shoulders, plug your fingers in, plug the knuckles in, just like we do every time. Curl the toes under, lift the hips up, down dog, and just breathe here for a moment. Breathe, flex through your toes, take a moment here to become comfortable, find the space that feels good for you. Then bring the right leg up into the air, open up the hip and bend the knee. Flex through the toes, flex through the ankles. Just breathe here. Find all of those same little bones that we acknowledge every single class. Breathing here, pressing back into the hands. And then extend the right leg straight, kick it out to the side like you're a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. Hang out here. Just breathe. Engage your core to stay here. Engage everything. Then extend that right leg straight, drop it down. Take a breath. Now here we go. Left leg comes up into the air, open up the hip, bend the knee, flex through the toes, flex through the ankle. Roll everything around, get nice and engaged, and then extend that left leg straight, kick it out to the side like you're a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. Perfectly fine. You stand like this all the time. It's no big deal. Engage your core. Press the hands, hit hips, back. Extend the left leg straight, drop it down. Walk your hands back to meet your feet so that you're in a standing forward fold. Uttanasana fold. And just hang here for a moment, put a little bend in the knees, and then slowly roll up to stand. Let your head come up last. It just stacks on top. Bowling ball on top of dinner plates. Relax the shoulders down. Fix your pants, if you're me. I think pants falling down happens to everybody. I think... It's the sort of thing that we all get self-conscious about, and it literally happens to everyone. So go ahead, Find your Tadasana up here at the top of the mat. Go ahead, bring your palms together. Roll your shoulders down. Let your gaze come down. Thank yourself. Thank yourself for what it took for you to get here today. Know that the hard part is over. Getting to your mat is the hardest part. All you have to do now is breathe. Find your breath. Even if it means dropping to your knees, find your breath. Set an intention to constantly look for your breath no matter where you are in this practice. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it out of your mouth to release. Drop the arms down, lift the gaze up. Let's start with our Sun Salute A's. So you know where we're going. Go ahead, root into the ground, roll the shoulders down, find your Tadasana, find the place where you want to approach everyone, every day. And then on the inhale, the arms come up, the gaze comes up to meet. Exhale, forward fold over your legs, chest comes down, fingertips to the ground or to the shins. Inhale, lengthen through the spine and the chest. Exhale, plant the hands, let's step back, high plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Curl the toes, lift the hips. Down dog and breathe. And breathe. And here, if you want to flex through your toes, if you want to bend the knees back and forth, you want to roll on the balls of the feet, find that. Go ahead, get yourself warmed up. You know what you like, so do what feels good. Find the spaces where you need a little bit more energy. Do you need to bend your knees? Do you need to take a leg off the ground? Just breathe. Listen to your body. Listen to your body. It tells you what it needs. Let your head hang nice and neutral. Take one more breath. Then step your feet together. Bend your knees. Walk, hop, float. Find your way up to the top of the mat. Just find your way up there. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, the arms come up. Gaze comes up. Exhale, arms by your side. Take a moment. Here we go. Second one. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine and the chest forward. Exhale, plant your hands. Let's step back, high plank. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Curl the toes, lift the hips. Down dog and breathe. And breathe back into your hips. So pretend as though there's a little hook on the top of your hips, and it's just drawing you up closer to the sky. And with each breath of that, you just draw that energy down through your hamstrings and your quads, which starts to send your ankles toward the ground. Don't obsess over getting your ankles on the ground, though, in downward facing dog. Just find your good grip in the hands, roll the outer arms in, shift the hips up and back, then step your feet together, bend your knees, walk, hop, float, find your way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen through the spine and the chest. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, the arms come up. Gaze comes up. Exhale, arms by your side. All right, guys, so here we go, round 3. So on the inhale, arms come up, gaze comes up. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, extend and lengthen the spine and chest forward. Exhale, plant your hands. Let's step back, high plank. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Curl the toes, lift the hips. Down dog and breathe. Draw the hips up and back. Roll the outer arms in. Just relax yourself here. Relax and breathe. Draw the hips back. And here, try to find your release. And in your hands, plug the knuckles in, plug your fingers in, find that suction effect in the hand. Let the suction wrap your arms up and back. Let the head hang neutral. Try to find some release here. Try not to think about fidgeting so much as just being. Breathe here. Take one last breath. Then draw the feet together. Bend the knees. Walk, hop, float. Find your way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen through the spine and the chest. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, the arms come up. Gaze comes up. Exhale, arms by your side. Here we go, you guys. Sun Salute B. Go ahead, bend the knees, sink the hips, arms up, chair pose. Bend deep in it, sink the hips back, draw yourself back. Take one last breath here, then forward fold over the legs. Inhale, extend and lengthen through the spine and the chest. Exhale, plant the hands, let's step back, high plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Curl the toes, lift the hips. Down dog. Right leg comes up into the air. Step it up to meet your hands. Here we go. Warrior 1. Spin the back heel flat. Arms come up. Breathe here, sink deep in that front knee. Exhale, the hands to the ground, step back, high plank. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Curl the toes, lift the hips. Down dog, awesome, stay with me. Left leg comes up, step it up to meet your hands. Spin the back heel flat. Warrior one, arms up. Breathe here. Sink deep in that front knee, and then here we go. Drop the hands, step back, high plank. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Curl the toes, lift the hips. Down dog. And breathe, and breathe. And here, by the end of a sun salute B, you may want to drop down to your knees. You may want to take child's pose. Feel free. Feel free, but just find your way back up. If you come down to a child's pose, just find your way back to down dog. I don't care when you take a breath. I don't care how long the breath is. I don't care when you come down to your knees, just get back up. Step your feet together, bend your knees, walk, hop, float, find your way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen through the spine of the chest. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Come on now, chair pose, bend your knees, sink your hips, arms up. Breathe, extend through the arms. Exhale, rise to stand. Take a moment, drop the arms down. Take a beat. Fix your pants. Because here we go. Bring the hands to the hips. Step your feet to hip distance apart. Make sure you're nice and comfy. And let's go ahead. Step the left leg back. We're going to come into warrior one. Step from Tadasana. Bend left knee. Step it back. Bend deep into the right knee. Arms come out and up. Warrior one. Sinking deep in the front knee. Take another breath here. Then cartwheel the arms open. Warrior two. Spin your back heel so it's parallel with the back edge of the mat. Check your alignment. Front foot parallel with the side. Breathe here. Reverse it. Here we go, you guys. Reverse warrior. Top arm comes up. Bottom hand helps you extend. Spiral the top arm in. Cartwheel it back through. Warrior two. Extend the front knee straight. Draw the hips back a tiny bit. We're coming into triangle pose. So the right hand can come to your shin, ankle, big toe grab, whatever feels good for you. Stack the left arm up. Breathe here. Press into that front big toe. Breathe here. Take one more breath. Then drop that top arm down. Bend deep into the front knee. Press off the ball of the back foot. We're going to step forward into half moon. So you can take your block if you want, but reach forward. Right fingertips down. Left arm up. Breathe here. Press into your right big toe. Understanding that falling happens. Falling is a part of balance. Extending through the top fingers, extending through the left toes, and then bring your left hand down to the ground. Square your hips forward. Square your hips. Keep the left leg up so it's parallel with the ground. Breathe here and put a little bend in your knee if you need to, if you're having a little difficulty standing here. But engage your core. Feel your core come into play. Bring your right hand to your chest. Flex through the toes of your left foot. Bring your left hand to your chest. Anjali Mudra, hands in prayer. Extending the right knee straight, warrior three. Flex through the toes of your left foot. Fully engage your core. Find your balance in your core here to really tuck it in. Take one more breath. Drop the hands to the ground. Let's step back to a high plank. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Curl the toes, lift the hips. Down dog. And breathe. Breathe here. Draw the hips up and back. Take a moment. Find your breath. Step the left foot up to meet your hands. Spin the back heel flat. Warrior one. Come on in. Arms come up. Find your warrior one. Don't worry about how fast the transition was, though. And cartwheel the arms open. Warrior two. Spin the back heel. Parallel with the back edge of the mat. Front foot parallel with the side. Roll through your shoulders. Relax. And then here we go. Top arm comes up. Bottom arm down. Reverse it. Spiral the top arm in. You know these transitions. The more you do the transitions, the easier they become. So do not be discouraged if you find yourself like sweltering in and out of a space. Here we go. Come on back up. Warrior two. Extend the front knee straight. Come on down, triangle. Left hand comes down. Right arm up. And just go ahead, accept that you may need to make adjustments. You may have been on your shin, you may be on your ankle with the left hand, but if you want to bring your hand down to the ground, that's fine. Or if you want to work toward that, that's fine. If you want to bring your hand out a little bit closer to your ankle, that's fine. Just find your stability here. Find your stability here in that left leg. This will help you as we transition into your half moon. When you're ready, top arm comes down. Go ahead, find your footing in this left leg. It helps so much as you move forward. You're pressing deep into that left big toe. Coming off the ball of the right foot, step forward onto your left fingertips, left foot, right arm up. Flex through the toes of the right foot. Corset the ribs in. Half moon in it. Top arm comes up. Breathe here, accepting the tremors. Take one more breath. Then drop that top arm down. Keep the right leg up though and square the hips forward. Forward. So you can keep a little bend in the knee if you want to. Helps you with balance. And you flex through the toes of the right foot. And when you're ready, you bring that right hand to your chest, coming up into the shape of a prayer. When you're ready, left hand comes up to meet it. You press into that left foot, breathing here, extending through the right toes, corseting in. Then bring the hands to the ground, step back, high plank, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra, curl the toes, lift the hips, down dog and breathe. And breathe. And don't think about, where you've been. Don't think about if the transitions were sloppy. Don't think about anything, just breathe. Just breathe. Take another breath here. And then don't think about it. Drop down to your forearms. Don't think about it, forearms. Stay in the same shape, but drop down to your forearms. We're coming into dolphin pose. So to stay here in dolphin, you want to make sure that you're really engaging through your shoulders. We flossed them out earlier, so take them into play. Engage in the shoulders. Press into your fingers, just like in down dog. Press into your fingertips. And then just start to walk your feet closer to your butt. Walk yourself closer. Just walk yourself in further. You're trying to get your shoulders and your elbows to all line up together. The gaze is forward. If you want, you can take the gaze back, but it can help with balance to look forward. Take another breath here like this, then drop down to your knees. Shift the hips back, child's pose. Child's pose. Take a moment. Accept where you are, because we're going to do that again. And this time, come to the place where you stopped last time, where you said, I can't go further than this. Find that place and walk a little bit further, because you can. Even if it's not today, even if you do not physically move today, letting your mind move in that direction is in critical work on the path. So go ahead, draw yourself back up onto your shins. Take a moment. Hands on the thighs, and then come on down. So you're gonna go ahead, root your forearms into the ground. You're pressing into your fingertips, setting up the foundation here. It's just like in down dog, the same general shape. And go ahead, engage in the shoulder carriage. Engage all of this, just like when we were in thread the needle. Curl your toes under, engage your core here. Let your gaze come forward here. Gaze is helping so much, core is helping so much. Curl the toes, lift the hips, dolphin. And again, so you walk your feet in, walk to the place where you were like, I'm good, this is plenty for me, and walk a little bit further. Just walk yourself in. Walk yourself in so that your shoulders, your elbows, all of these things start to come into a line. You're pressing into your fingertips. Your fingertips are your new toes. They are your new toes. You breathe here, the gaze is forward, and then drop down to your knees. Extend the arms out. Child's pose. Child's pose. And just breathe and relax. The more you do these poses, the more you hold on to them, the more you engage your core, you'll see incredible changes. I know you will, because we're going to do it again. Repetition is the key. The last trip is almost always the best. So go ahead, psych yourself up. Come on up onto your shins. Brace yourself. Don't worry about what happened before. Come on down, onto your forearms. Set yourself up. Make sure you got your forearms shoulder distance apart. If you bring the elbows out too wide, you might find yourself collapsing in the shoulder girdle. So just go ahead. Got your arms right in here. Setting up through the fingertips. Gaze comes forward. You curl your toes under. You lift your hips up. Dolphin. And you see, fully engage your core here. Feel it pull in. Feel all of those abdominal muscles tuck into each other, and then just walk yourself in. Walk yourself in. Walk yourself in. And just breathe. Breathe. Come to that place where you find discomfort. Come to that place where you are not fully comfortable and just stay there. Stay in a place that doesn't cuddle you. You don't always need to be cuddled. Sometimes you need to be lit on fire. Let your gaze come forward. Take one more breath, then drop down to your knees. Draw the arms out. One last child's pose. Chill for a moment. Just breathe. Relax. Let's come on up, hands and knees. Let's take a little tiger pose, full tiger pose, you guys. So you're gonna extend right leg out behind you, left arm comes out, bend your right knee. Reach back with the left hand. If you can, reach the foot. If you can't reach the foot, it's not a big deal. And even if you want, if you've got like a tie or a strap or something handy, you can take a strap around the foot, use that to pull yourself in. But regardless of where you are, just go ahead, get the grip with the foot, kick the foot back into the hand. Curl the chest down, square the hips forward. Just getting a little bit of a back bend here. Fully engage your core here to support you as well. Gaze is forward. And then when you're ready, let that go. Shake out your hips. Shake them out, shake them out. Let's take that on the other side. So the left leg comes out behind you. Right arm comes out. Bend the knee. Reach back for the foot. If the foot's not there, don't worry about it. When it's there, it'll be ready. When your hamstrings loosen up, it'll be there. But if you can, reach for your foot. Kick the foot back into your hand. Square the hips forward. Draw everything down, curl forward. Breathe and engage your core. Engage your core to stay here. Breathe. Kick the foot back a little bit further. Drop it down. Shake out your hips. Shake them out. Draw down onto your knees. Come on to sit on your mat. Let's just stretch it out a little bit. We're going to come into the shape of Upavishta Konasana. So it's a wide-legged straddle. There's an obsession in wide-legged straddles with having your legs as far apart as they can possibly be. I'm not about that life. I like to come to a place that feels good for me. So for you, that might mean having your feet a little bit closer together. I'm going to draw mine a little bit wider out. But wherever you are, you can bend your knees if you need to. Flex through the toes of your feet, though, regardless, so you know your legs are completely active. Breathe and sit up nice and tall here. And then just start to walk yourself into your left inner thigh on the left hand. Just walk yourself in. You may come to a place where the forearm is on the ground. You might have the hand extended. That's perfectly fine. Come to the place that feels good for you. The right arm is going to come up. You're flexing through the toes. And just breathe, get a little side stretch here. Extend the right arm over the right ear. Breathing here and just relax. Opening up, flex through the toes. Flex through the ankle. Roll that top arm in a tiny bit if it's there for you. And then when you're ready, walk yourself up. Press yourself up. Let's take that on the other side. So the right arm comes into the right inner leg. You might come up onto your hand, your right hand, that's perfectly fine. But just find your place that feels good for you. Right arm down or right hand down. Left arm up and over the ear. Flex through the toes of the feet so you know the legs are active and you just spiral open. Press into that bottom hand or forearm. Top arm reaches over the top ear, flexing through the toes. Breathe here. One more breath. And then push yourself back up. Push it up. And then just start to walk yourself forward in between your legs. Walk to the place that it feels good. Don't be like, I don't want to catch anyone saying, well, you know, I have to have my whole body down here on the ground. You know, it's not a full Upavishta Konasana if my whole body's not down here. I don't care about that. If you're sitting up and you walk yourself forward and your arms are fully extended and you feel a good stretch here and your sits bones are pressing back, that's awesome. Stay there. Find a place where you can hang out for a moment. But if you want to, walk your hands a little bit further. Let the head and the neck relax. Shoulders just shrug down. Relax everything down. And with each breath, everyone, regardless of where you are, walk yourself a little bit further. Walk yourself a little bit further. Each breath, walk a little bit further. Flex through your toes, walk a little bit further. Walk yourself further. Because the deeper and the longer that you hold these positions, the more your body will open up. You have to give it the opportunity to open, though. Breathe and relax. And take one more breath like this. Then walk yourself up. Walk it up. Bring the legs together. Lie down on your back, Shavasana. Relax. Open the arms up. Open the legs up. Find the space that feels good for you. If you want to bring your feet to the ground with the knees pointing up, do that. Relax your low back to the ground. Just let everything go. You have to engage so many parts of yourself all the time. We acknowledge those individual elements in our practice. And now is your opportunity to absorb this beautiful and important work that you do to balance yourself. Shavasana can last as long as you'd like. Take this time where you need not be anywhere else. Allow your mind to shut down. Namaste, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.